Good evening, San Antonio, and welcome to Via Metropolitan Transit's Keep SA Moving Telephone Town Hall. My name is Rachel Benavides. I'm the Director of Communications at Via, and tonight we'll be talking about a number of topics that are important to you, our customers, and our community. That includes news and updates on Via's Keep SA Moving projects, progress on the region's first advanced rapid transit corridor, and how you can be part of the process to develop that project. We'll discuss plans and the location of the next Via Link zone for on-demand rideshare options and other exciting news like changes to our board, our exciting new app integration, and the launch of a new information page on Via's website. Before we get started, let me introduce our panel. Starting on the far end, we have Cami Horn, our Senior Vice President of Planning. Welcome, Cami.
Thank you.
Jeff Arndt, our President and CEO.
Thank you.
And John Gary Herrera, our Senior Vice President for Public Engagement here at VIA.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to have a really great conversation. I'd like to start with a little bit of housekeeping. I want to welcome everyone who's joined us in the past. You may remember how to press *3 to ask your question, but I'd like to talk to everyone joining us for the first time. Welcome again, and thank you for your interest in what VIA is doing to help keep the community moving. This event and others give us a chance to speak directly with you and answer as many of your questions as possible. For our phone participants, we'd like to invite you to watch the live stream by visiting keepsamoving.com. That's keepsamoving.com. You can click on the events tab at the top of the page and you'll find the streaming player there. To ask questions live, please stay on the phone. For our attendees participating on the web, you can submit your questions in the chat box below the streaming player. Again, this is an interactive forum. We're here to hear from you. We'll be taking as many questions from participants as possible live on this event. If you have a question, you can press *3 on your phone anytime, and you'll be placed in line to speak with a member of our staff. After that, the next time you hear your name, we'll be live on the call, and you'll be able to ask your questions directly. Y para los participantes de la convocatoria que prefieren escuchar en español, bienvenidos. Favor de oprimir a la estrella y cero para escuchar en español. Let's get started. We have a lot of ground to cover, and I'm so excited for tonight's conversation. I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about the people. We just did a recent rider survey, and we update those every year. What have we learned about who rides VIA?
And we have a number of sources for that information, but we know that our ridership, they're primarily coming from families who earn $25,000 or less annually within their family income, that many of them do not have vehicles or they don't have a vehicle available for the trip they're making. The majority are working people and ride the system 5, 6, and 7 days, related to the fact that likely many of them work more than one job. And so in order to get to these jobs, folks need access. And I always say you can have opportunity abounding, but if somebody can't reach that point of opportunity, then it doesn't really benefit them. And that's really what we're all about doing. So we provide essential service. You could see that during the pandemic. We continue to run service. Our heroes, we call them everyday heroes, because every day, regardless of when it is in time, they're out there on that road. They were out there delivering service to people during the pandemic, during the period of time when we didn't really know how COVID was spread and there was so much uncertainty. They were behind the wheel. They were getting people to those essential jobs. They were also getting people to essential functions like doctors' offices. I got an email from a gentleman who said, I didn't have any way to get to the grocery store if it weren't for the bus. And so those folks that are driving the bus, obviously the front line, but also it's the mechanics that kept the buses running. And it's the field supervisors that are out there assisting. And it's the VIA police and security folks. And it's the people who work at the information windows or the ticket windows. All of these people, these frontline people, are the heroes that help keep San Antonio moving, and particularly the market that we serve.
Absolutely. And so we're speaking from experience here, folks, and we hope that what we're telling you is helpful. We have a caller. Lewis, what's your question?
Everyone. Hello, Mr. Arndt. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Anyway,
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah,
How
I do
about
got
you?
a question. I'm just fine. I'm just fine, Jeff. Good hearing your voice again. It's been a while. Anyway, got a question for you. Are we going to get a Via Link on the north central side anytime
Thank-
soon?
Thanks for that question, Lewis. It's a great question. And as Via Link becomes more popular in the zones they're in now, we hear a lot from folks asking, when's it going to come to my area? So we know the next zone is on the south side. What are plans for future Via Link zones?
So again, yes, the next zone is on the south side, and then we're also looking to expand to some areas in the southeast, and then really around those areas outside of 1604, kind of how I mentioned, where the traditional bus doesn't work as well. So we're expanding to try to really reach out and add it to as many areas as we possibly can, in those areas, again, just generally outside of 1604. And we want to do it as quickly as we possibly can under the Keep San Antonio Moving Plan.
Is it fair to say that we're always looking for opportunities to expand?
Absolutely. It really helps us to expand our service footprint in a better way that makes transit accessible to many, many more people at more hours. And just, again, those Via Link zones are great because you can go anywhere to anywhere. So I guess to the caller's question, we'll follow up on the specific area and just talk about where that is.
Sounds great.
You mentioned expansion. I think we should also point out that even the existing zones have expanded.
That's
haven't they?
right.
Yeah, that's a great thing. I'm so glad you brought that up, John Gary. So, and I do want to point out that you can use your phone, or you can use a phone, or you can use the app. But the service is very accessible, and it can be modified pretty easily. So they're virtual stops. So the stops can be modified depending on usage, and then we can add areas, which we've done very recently to both the Northeast and the Northwest zone. We've noticed, okay, we might want to add this piece on to expand it to make it, better for more users. And we can do that. We can split zones in the future if those zones start to grow. Very, very flexible and innovative service that will help us out a lot. So,
Super.
and help our customers out a lot.
Oh, absolutely. So the results of our last question, which was, once it begins operating, would you use ART if the nearest stop was within a mile of your home or workplace? 61% said yes, and that's what we really, really want to hear. 11% said no, and like I said, we're going to work on changing your mind, and 28% said maybe. We'll take a maybe. I think that those are really, really great results.
So I think when you see the benefits of advanced rapid transit, the maybes will definitely convert, and some of the no's as well.
That's what we're looking forward to. Let me do a quick check on time with about 5 minutes left. I want to talk to you folks and say thank you. We're coming to the end of our call, our last teletown hall. We're going to have a lot more of these. We want to say thank you for taking the time to join us for this important conversation. We appreciate the opportunity to speak directly with you and answer your questions. If we were not able to get to your question this evening, you can leave a voicemail after the event by simply staying on the call, and you'll be transferred into our private voicemail system. You can also send us an email at keepsamoving@viainfo.net. That's keepsamoving@viainfo.net, or call our office at 210-517-4715. If you'd like to continue the conversation with our team in person, please plan to attend one of our upcoming public meetings on VIA's ART project, again happening this Saturday at Blessed Sacrament Church. More details on these and other events at keepsamoving.com. And we'll look forward to hearing from you at our next Teletown Hall event. And I'm going to plug it one more time, keepsamoving.com. And you can sign up for alerts to hear when our next town hall event will be. Also follow us on Facebook. We post alerts there very often, events that you can join. And it's all designed to create a conversation directly with you, our customers, and our community. And with that, I want to say thank you again to our panel, John Gary, Jeff, and Cami. It's been a really great talk.
Thank you, Rick.
It's because of our moderator.
Oh, wow. I paid them to say that. Thank you so much.